Me. My name is Maite, and I am a yoga teacher specialized in prenatal and postnatal yoga and also in womb yoga. So, very particular style where we connect deeper with the womb space. That's the reason why I call this Mama Womb Yoga. So, whether you're pregnant or not, um, whether you have the physical organ of the womb or not, this can still be a very beneficial practice for you. All the practices are connecting us with the energetic space that you have, regardless of whether you have the physical organ or not, the uterus. There's still a very powerful energetic space held within the pelvis, which is where our ability to tap into the energies of creativity, of creation, tapping into the life force energy, that is very much alive within us and is harnessed within this space. And for today in particular, the theme of today's practice, I've named it Owning Your Birth Space. So it is very much for those that are preparing to give birth, this would be a very beneficial practice to begin to, if you haven't already, envision what the ideal birth experience that you would like to live in partnership with your baby. But for those that are not pregnant, knowing, if you go by the proposition that you have this creative life force energy within you and the ability to tap into that energy and bring into manifestation whatever it is that you're desiring, you also go through a similar process of birthing those creations. And that requires, especially in these days that we're living, it requires tapping into our innate power, our innate ancestral wisdom, where the principles of the feminine of birthing come into life more vividly. And for many of us, because of our culture and the way that we were raised, we've been in some way removed from that idea. We've granted a lot of that authority to external forces and we've relied on them. So the invitation is to really go within and realize and remember that you own those abilities within you. They're in your bones. Your bones know how to birth. Your DNA, your cells know how to birth. So let's just take a moment in a seated, comfortable position and allow those words to sink in. I'm going to use the end of my blanket, of a pillow. You also, for this practice, will need 2 blocks. You may need 2 blocks, and you can have them towards the front of the mat at either side. And as you find that comfortable position, whatever that may mean to you today, it may be like I am, cross-legged, shin to shin in front of the pubic bone. You can begin to close the eyes. And if you're preparing for a birth ceremony, then this is more clear, more specific. If you're not carrying baby, from these times that we're living right now of transition, perhaps there's something that has become very clear in your life right now that you want to shift, a new habit that you want to integrate into your life, a new project that you're calling in to birth because you're realizing from this time of stillness and reflection that something needs to shift. So whatever that may mean, begin to hold it in your vision. So as you're finding that tall spine, exhale through the mouth a couple of times, inhaling. Open the mouth side out, allow your sit bones to anchor a little bit more into your pillow, your cushion as you stand tall. And as you begin to call all of yourself here, as you remember that birth is a natural process, that it can connect you to deep transformation, especially as you call in personal authority, your own sovereign being. How do you envision that moment, that experience to be lived by? Continue to stay within your vision. It may help to roll your eyes towards your third eye center, the space in between your eyebrows, the seat of your intuition. For birth is a deeply intuitive act, as well as an instinctive act, where you'll know how to navigate the more you allow yourself to withdraw from the external. And as you come into your body, and for those with baby in womb, know that as you rolled your eyes towards your third eye point in between your eyebrows, that's a direct connection down into your womb space, connecting to your baby, your partner in this experience. For you're navigating your birth ceremony, you will navigate it together. So bring them in as a true partner, collaborator of this experience. A few more breaths here. Knowing that the more you bring your visions into your body, into your mind, the more they will arise subconsciously during the actual birthing ceremony. So believe in the power of your visions. For the next 3 breaths, just take the right hand to your heart. You can rest the left hand onto your belly. See for the next 2 breaths if you can lower your exhale breath even more. And use the exhale breath to soften any parts where there may be tension, constriction. Inviting all of who you are to trust and sink a little bit deeper into your body. For us to own our birth space, we need to come back to the body and trust the innate wisdom that's here, retrieving within, settling yourself. Good, on the next inhale breath, opening the arms to the sides and reach them all the way up, hands in prayer, gaze in front of them. And as you exhale, release the arms to the sides and bring your left elbow underneath your right elbow and bring your hands to your shoulders. Continue to lengthen the spine, tailbone to the earth, crown towards the heavens. And then the next exhale breath, bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Breathe here to the sides of your neck on the right, the shoulder. Soften a little bit more. Then slowly chin towards the chest. And then right ear to the right shoulder. So as you're giving yourself a hug here, You're just letting your body that you're here, that you can trust, that you're ready to live this experience 360%, widening your vision. And then slowly crown up. And if it feels comfortable and available, maybe going into full eagle arms. Elbows in line with the shoulders and hands move slightly away from the forehead. Breathing deeply into the back of the heart. 3 deep breaths here. So expanding the torso, front, back, and sides. Breath will be such an ally in your birthing ceremony, during labor, and in the last stages of birth. So finding a breath that is deep, slow, and full. And that it really widens your thoracic spine, so the space around the heart, so more breath can come into the lungs. Exhale fully. Good. Release the arms to the sides. Reach them all the way up. Hands in prayer. And now bring the opposite, right underneath the left, and give yourself one more hug. Now that you can always exhale through the mouth. For the next 3 breaths, in fact, let's all together exhale through the mouth. Allow the jaw to be soft and allow some sound. Yeah. So in this practice, we're going to navigate different tools. One more. Can be really, truly supportive during your birthing ceremony. So the breath is an amazing tool. And especially if you breathe deep and slow. And if you vocalize, you can release a lot of tension. So let's do that one more time and really allow sound to move through your throat. And allow the sound to be toned low all the way down to your pelvis. So we'll go like this. Inhaling. Yeah. Which is very different from like a high pitch that will send the energy outwards. You want to take all this power within, widening the pelvis. On the next exhale breath, you can bring the right ear to the right shoulder, softening any tension around this side of the neck. Continue to breathe. Whenever you need to breathe through the mouth, do so, or mouth closed, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Chin towards the chest. And then slowly your left ear towards your left shoulder. Really listening to where there may be tension. You may want to move a little bit. And then very slowly crown up towards the sky. And if it's available, full eagle arms. For some of you, it may not be, so you stay with the hands in the shoulders. For those that you feel that you can go into a deeper shoulder stretch, then bring the hands to clasp. Elbows again, not low, but up towards the shoulders. And the hands away from the forehead. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Nice, long, deep, nourishing breaths, knowing that the breath will also nourish your baby in the womb, or whatever it is that you're calling into creation, into manifestation. send it life force energy, nourishment. Good, and then slowly release the arms, and on the inhale, reach the arms up. This time as you exhale, bring your right hand onto the earth and lift the left arm up and over for a side stretch. Inhaling up, exhaling, going to the other side. Two more like this on either side, so you get to now open the sides of your torso. Knowing that movement, free movement, moving to your own rhythm, at your own pace, will be incredibly beneficial for your active birth. So we get to practice through our asana to explore what feels good and nourishing in this moment. Where can I relieve tension? So remember a coping mechanism. If there's a lot of intensity, heightened sensation, movement may release it. This time you may want to bring the elbow all the way down. Move the torso a little bit. And move into the other side. Good, reach the arms up. And then slowly, hands in prayer through the center, to the heart. Always taking a pose to remind yourself that you're being guarded, guided, and so supported on your journey. Especially at birth, you are supported by your ancestral lineage, all those women before you that gave birth, reminding you that this is such a natural journey that is deeply instinctual, and that all you need to do is to drop deep into your bones and allow them to remember how to move, how to breathe, how to open and blossom. Slowly begin to move towards the tabletop position. You can remove the pillow to the side, making your way onto hands and knees. Move through 2-3 rounds of cat-cow. So you place the hands right underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips, or wider for allowing belly to be more spacious. And on the inhale, you arch the spine. And on the exhale, you round. On the inhale, you lengthen. If you're pregnant, don't drop too much into the lumbar spine. If you're not, you can go all the way up. And on the exhale, you round. One more. You can untag the toes or curl them, your choice. Good. On the next breath, open the knees wide. Bring your big toes to touch. Keep the hips above the knees and lower your forearms onto the earth as wide as your shoulders. And then you can make 2 fists, one on top of the other, so you can rest your forehead. And as you're here, bring your awareness to your tailbone, your coccyx, which is the last vertebra at the end of the spine. And begin to draw it up towards the sky, then towards your left, down towards the earth, and then towards the right. And continue drawing circles here. They may be wide circles, really bringing a lot of spaciousness to the pelvis, or maybe very slow circles. You choose. Allow your forehead to rest. And just explore here this cavity, the sacred chalice that is your pelvis, where your seed intentions are here. Nourish them with breath, lubricate them, For those that have baby, this is a beautiful dance. You're getting them to really swim and move and flow through your pelvis. Bring awareness to your jaw, soften the jaw. Know that you can make sounds. In fact, I really invite you to make sounds here. One more circle. And then in the other direction. You may want to moan and ground, whatever it is that feels that allows you to not only release tension, but also explore pleasure. Pleasure is such an active ingredient, potentially, of birth. You have many hormones at play that support the birthing experience. Two of them being oxytocin, the love hormone, and endorphins, which are the pleasure hormones. And they're there to allow you to really navigate with ease and safety this birthing experience. So why not give yourself here the possibility? You may want to shift and just move in any way that feels really good for you. For the next 3 breaths, really explore how could you make this experience more pleasurable in this moment. Good. And just take a moment to sit back into child's pose. Sitting the sit bones back onto the heels. Forehead to the earth. If belly's in the way, maybe fists. And just take 3 deep breaths here in your child's pose. And allow yourself to integrate this experience. If there was resistance to making sound, to moving your body in that particular way, with no judgment, just notice, was that the experience? What was the experience like? 2 more breaths, sinking a little bit more perhaps into your sit bones. Just to let you know, birthing is supported by these wise hormones, chemicals, neurotransmitters that flood your system. And the more you can allow your body for them to be freely through like movement and sound and trust, they will support you and take you potentially into a deep spiritual state of being. By also bringing the forehead now onto the earth, you're slowing down the frontal neocortex, the really thinking mind, and just going deep into your intuition. Reminding yourself that these tools are available during your birth. In fact, even in that position, you could even birth. Slowly come back onto tabletop. Many women do birth on hands and knees and leaning down onto the earth. On the next inhale breath, as you curl the toes, begin to shift the right leg forward. Bring your blocks at either side. If you need the support here, coming into a lunge, into a low lunge, front foot, anchor into the earth, right knee right above. And then shifting a little bit forward and back, begin to straighten the right leg a little bit, bend in the front, lean forward. So shifting here a couple of times, connecting to the power of your legs. We remind ourselves of our strength by really fueling into our large leg muscles. So awakening them here. One more, low lunge forward. And this time as you exhale, come into half Hanumanasana, half split. So you extend the right leg forward. You plant the right heel onto the earth. Square the hips, right hip forward, left hip back. See what kind of support you need in your block so you can maintain a nice long spine. The back toes can be uncurled, so you can curl them for more support. Inhaling up. And as you exhale, slowly lean in, but without rounding the spine. Keep rotating across the front and the back of the heart, the chest. And bring your awareness to your hamstrings, the muscles connecting from your heel to the knee and the back of the knee to the hips. One more breath. To really own your birth space, you're active, you'll be moving. You need to be strong physically. So coming into the body and toning and strengthening the big, large leg muscles and arm muscles is important. Land the right foot. Good. Then slowly heel to the right foot towards the edge of the mat. Open the right toes. Well, I'm on the left side. I'm mirroring you. So open the left toes. Or the front leg that you have forward all the way. Bring the other knee to the side of the mat. Bring the foot at a 45-degree angle, so you're slightly open, the pelvis. And here, lean a little bit. A couple of times towards the front leg, so you come forward and back. And then the next one, you can bring the forearm to the front thigh, inhaling the opposite arm, and give yourself a stretch here. So opening the pelvis, widening, giving space for baby. Give space to your creations. Don't keep them small. Opening to them so that you'll have more space, close to the earth, feeling yourself so supported. I find this topic, you can stretch one more, really, I'm very passionate about it as we heal birth because we've medicalized birth excessively. As we come back to understanding that birth is natural, that is very powerful and transformational, we're healing birth, and as we're healing birth, we're healing the earth. As we're trusting in the natural, healthy, creative process of life being thriving and incredibly creative with its own natural rhythm. Coming a little bit into a couple of rollings here to come back to center, to feel the opening on this side and then preparing for the other. So bring the blocks forward, step the opposite foot, come into a closed two tracks, right? So the front foot is in line with the back sit bone and the back leg with the matching one. And again, you shift a little bit forward and back. Not going to the full extent yet, just exploring this dance between your low lunge and your half Hanuman. With breath. And take these moments to notice this side. Every side is different. Every day it feels different. So tuning to what's here. You're also getting to rock your baby. And then slowly coming to an extended front leg. You plant the heel. You bring the blocks slightly back. You square the hips so they're leveled. You check in, what do I need on this side? Lengthen the spine. See what height you need. Part of the birthing, owning the birth space, is checking in what kind of support do you need. So here, very physically, you're being supported by the blocks. My next prompt question to you is, who will be there to support you? Who do you need to be there, and in what capacity? So checking in, who are the caregivers, partner, doula, midwife, doctors, nurses, family members, friends. Who do you need and in what capacity? Surrendering into that knowing. 2 more breaths. Identifying what support and expressing, communicating your needs to your support system is crucial. So begin to gain clarity, if you don't have already, around what is it that you need. Because you are the protagonist, you are at the center of the birthing space, and everyone else is there to support your needs. 1 more breath. And then on the next inhale, planting the front foot, heel toe to the side. Open the toes a little bit, 45-degree angle. Bring the back knee to the other edge and untuck the toes diagonally. So you're beginning to open up, and you lean a couple of times towards the bent knee. Remember your pelvis. The woman, female pelvis is wider than men, and it's designed to really continue to expand during pregnancy. Towards the end of pregnancy, it widens even more, and it will widen during birth. So we're getting these muscles supple and toned. You can bring the opposite arm to stretch as you lean into the bent knee. And these are movements that you can do during your labor. During even contractions, during the intense, heightened sensation, during the waves of the expansion. And you work with them. They're there for your advantage, so you use them to open yourself a little bit more. With breath, with sound. Good, and then slowly bring the left knee back. And just roll here a couple of times. You can undulate the spine, moving cat-cows. And 1 more breath work I'm going to invite you that we've done in the past, but I'll remind you, keep going here, is horse lips. So lick your lips, and just like it sounds, you take a nice deep inhale breath, and then you flapper the lips. This will loosen any tension in the jaw and allow it to travel all the way down onto your pelvis. One more. Especially at the height of the wave, when it gets really intense, this is a great tool to allow you to live it more fully, transforming any potential suffering into ease. On the next inhale, breath, bring the weight into the curled toes, energize inner thighs, breathe, downward dog. You can widen the knees to give space for baby. Bend the knees. Lengthen the spine as you really push the earth away from you. And then slowly come down. Sit on your heels. And we'll transition towards a seated pose. Cross-legged. You can use the edge of your blanket or pillow or even the blocks. And let's move into a short meditation. As you sit yourself, find a really nice tall spine. And we're going to go into what is called an active meditation, or in Kundalini Yoga, they call it, I believe, is keep up meditation. So find a nice tall spine. Extend the arms to the sides, parallel with your shoulders. You're going to be navigating this together. We're going to navigate this meditation for 3 minutes. And it's active. So what it means active is in the sense that you're going to keep yourself as steady as possible, soften the shoulders, bring the thumbs up towards the sky, and then roll them down and touch the base, the mount of your pinky. So we go up and down, up and down. Yes. And you stay with me. And I'm here doing this with you. And the really deep, powerful benefit of this meditation is that we explore how to master the control of the mind. Because as you continue, your mind is going to go through different stories telling you that you cannot keep up, or that your arms hurt, or that this is very silly and why are we doing this? But just trust me and stay with it. And through the intensity, as the heightened sensation increases, I would like us to explore what resources do you have internally or externally that can guide and help you navigate this. Because really, truly, nothing is static. Everything changes. So this will pass. But when life gets intense and the birthing ceremony will get intense, how do you stay anchored and present? You tap into your inner resources. Maybe that you choose to close the eyes to continue here. Or that you keep them open and you're focused on noticing the environment around you. Or you come to your breath. Deep and slow. You make sound. When you come to horse lips, as we're feeling into that intensity, that burning sensation. Maybe that you internally say a mantra to yourself. I am healthy. I can do this. I am strong. I stay committed. We are healthy. We can do this, involving your partner, your baby. You may be opening the eyes and looking at the person in front of you, your support system, and realizing that you're not alone in this, that you're together. 3 more. One more breath. Inhaling, lift the arms up. And as you exhale in prayer, slowly bring it down. Feel the sensation, the energy pulsing through your arms, your shoulders, and then release them onto your thighs. Yes, you've done this. Yes, you're strong. Yes, you're so capable and ready. Yes, you have everything within you to navigate. And when you feel that you don't, call in your external resources. And it may be the support system around you. It may be sound and music that you choose to have. It may be lighting, so candles, dim light, aromas that are really truly supportive and that help you stay present and anchored and feel loved. Just tune in. What would you need when that intensity grows, those sensations, discomfort? What will you need? Hand to the heart, hand to your lower belly, to your belly. To your creations. Good. One more seated pose here before coming towards your end of practice. Bringing the knees together and sitting on your heels. This could be the first variation. You may want to keep the knees together, go a little bit deeper by opening the feet, untuck the toes, and then bring in one block or perhaps even 2 blocks to sit on. Sit bones rooted and the feet wrapping around, pointing to the back, lengthening the spine. Explore perhaps just 1 block or maybe all the way onto the earth. I'm going to be sitting on the block. And now to continue to finish stretching your upper body. Inhaling, reach the arms up, all the way up. And as you exhale, bring the right elbow underneath the left elbow. One more time, coming into eagle. Maybe this time fully straight into it or hands to the shoulders. 3 deep breaths. Taking a moment to fully appreciate your shoulders, your arms, for all that they did, especially through the active meditation. Giving them this loving stretch, this massage, showering it with love, these areas of your body. And then slowly unravel, reach up. And bring the opposite arm. Good. And then slowly reach the arms up. Hands in prayer to the center of your heart, and then hand to baby creations, opposite arm to heart. Taking a moment to fully give thanks, receive the benefits of practice so far. To feel baby perhaps moving as you come into more stillness, connecting to baby. Letting them know that they will be your partner, your collaborator in this journey. Good, and then slowly let's move into the last piece of your practice where we get to really integrate all benefits. Come onto the left side of your body. You can have your pillow for support. The two blocks in between your legs, or even a blanket or a pillow. And you begin to lean down and onto the earth. So you keep something between your knees and heels so that there's space in the pelvis. You may want to roll or just have the support for your head, for your shoulder. Hands can be on the belly or the thigh. And this is where we get to explore then surrendering fully. So you had your vision of how to own your birth space, how you will desire your birthing experience to be like. And then at the same time, we come into the Shavasana knowing that we at the same time need to let go and find comfort in surrendering. For birth is greatly mysterious, spontaneous, and all we can do truly is show up in our best capacity and allow it to unfold like it needs to unfold. So allowing yourself with every exhale to allow your bones and your organs and your muscles to fully drop into the earth. What does it feel and mean truly to surrender right now in your physical body and transport that even to the idea of what you're envisioning, to also at the same time offer it all to the great mystery, to the altar of your birth experience. For it will unfold as it needs to unfold. Melting deeper, letting go of any control in your physical, emotional, mental body. Begin to make your breath slightly more audible. Allow this breath to begin to wake up your toes, your fingertips, your wrists and ankles. You remove the support. You stretch in any way that feels good. Then slowly pressing the hands onto the earth. Begin to rise up. Come again into your seat. Allow the spine to be tall. Taking in nourishing breaths. And the next inhale breath, reach the arms up to the sky. Allow the eyes to stay closed. And as you exhale slowly in prayer, bring the hands to the heart. You can allow your right hand to the heart, the left hand to your lower belly. Rubbing belly, letting baby, your creations know that you're fully here, that you will show up to the best of your capacity, of your ability. With full presence, power and grace. Anchoring into your vision. Bringing the love, the nourishment that you carry into this creation and into this moment. And at the same time, surrendering to Great Spirit. Knowing that it will unfold just as it needs to unfold. And that's okay. Hands in prayer in front of the heart, and we'll close with 3 arms together. Allow the vibration to go deep, all the way down into your being, vibrating, nourishing life force energy into your pelvis, into your womb. When you're ready, inhale deep, and we'll begin. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Light in me bows in deep recognition for the divine light within you, diving down in gratitude for your presence. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May your visions bloom into fruition. May you own your birth space, tapping into that deep, innate power that you carry, an innate wisdom, ancestral deep wisdom that you carry. May you continue to remember that. Thank you so, so much. Stay connected. Let me know how it goes. Please do share this to any mamas out there that you feel that would benefit from experiencing and practicing these ancient wisdom practices and tools.